Looks like the water element's back on the rise. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman coming to you today with a SEORIN guide video. So guys, in this video we're going to talk about the lobby lady herself that stepped behind this information desk to soul leveling her rise as a hunter. We're talking about the lobby lady SEORIN. We're going to talk about each and everything to know about this character, the best artifacts, and more. But before we do, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications to miss a live or an upload, and then of course support your boy on that memorable website. As always, I think the website's kind of down right now, but whenever it's up, go ahead and support your boy. As you guys know, we're always going to get those new codes each and every time. But talking about the lobby lady SEORIN, as you guys can see, we've got her to level 105 advancement 5 and weapon at advancement 5, so almost maxed out. I do got to get this weapon up, and then of course there is A10 testing to do eventually. But talking about the lobby lady, guys, honestly, she thoroughly shocked me. She is doing an insane amount of damage and DPS just as a ranger unit, so you kind of want to think of her kind of like a GOTO Ryuji for the water element. I am seeing insane things from her, and when she breaks her target, she's doing even insane damage after the fact. But regardless, let's go ahead and get into those skill guides and passive details. The first thing to know is that SEORIN has a sub-zero effect that she can inflict on the target. What that will do is basically increase the water damage taken for targets, and a bunch of her skills actually hold this. So her frozen spin, polar surge, ice shard, magnum, and glacier spin all have this, and you guys basically want to utilize this because this allows you guys to get stacks of sub-zero. Now, regardless, let's go ahead and talk about these skills and the skills you want to level up in each order. The basic skill 1, basic skill 2, ultimate skill is going to be the top 3 to upgrade. After that, go ahead and go for the core attack, and then of course you can go ahead and transfer from there the QTE support and basic attack. I probably would put basic attack maybe at 5th because you're always going to spam basic attacks in some regard. But when it comes to using the skills in order, the basic skill 1 is actually a holdable skill, so you want to hold this one down before using your core attack. And then if you can pop ults, because you're likely going to break a target, and when you break a target, she gets basically all her cooldowns back at a certain advancement. So you'd use your ultimate skill and then your basic skill 2 for that DPS damage. But regardless, talking about these advancements, at advancement 0, whenever she puts an ally, or whenever her and an ally puts a enemy in a break state, is going to increase the break state duration by 3 seconds. This is already better than GOTO Ryuji specifically, because GOTO Ryuji was usually the one that had to put an enemy in the break state, right? So instead, SEORIN now can put an enemy, or it can be any one of her allies. So this is probably very good for Guild Boss. This is probably very good for Power of Destruction as well. But it's going to increase the break duration by 3 seconds, and then once she uses again frozen spin, polar surge, and the rest of these skills, she's going to activate the pinpoint missiles effects. What this does, it will launch 2 missiles, and then if she uses polar surge specifically, it's going to launch 4 missiles, and then each missile deals a bunch of damage. It's doing about 150 right now, but regardless, guys, this is going to be doing so much damage as it stacks and stacks and stacks. It's also dealing weak break, and then also, as we talked about, that's inflicting sub-zero on multiple targets. At advancement 1, frozen spin will now fire 4 missiles, and then when the user enters the stage, it activates the overtake effect. Now pay attention, because overtake might be one of the craziest effects you might see. So really advancement 1 might be the crazy effects, the overtake plus limited break. At advancement 1, guys, you need to really lock it in key on this. So overtake, this will increase your break effectiveness by 50%, decrease damage dealt by 30%, so a mini nerf. But when the limited break effect is activated, it will remove overtake, and in Workshop of Brilliant Light, the duration is changed from 15 seconds at advancement 1 to 30 seconds. So already that's super cool. But how does limited break even get activated? When SEORIN or an ally successfully puts an enemy in the break state, it's going to activate limited break. So limited break, now when you break an opponent, overtake is now being negated and limited break is being active. It's going to decrease your break effectiveness, but that's okay, because remember, you just broke an opponent. Increases damage dealt by 30, increases missile damage by 30, and increases critical hit damage all by 30%. Insane. And this is for 120 seconds. Now advancement 1, It's pretty cool, but trust me, it gets even crazier. So something else to note, when the limited break effect is active, it resets the cooldown of all skills and restores the user's core gauge and power gauge by 100%. So it's literally like an Emma Loren Advancement 5. She's getting literally almost the goods of each and every character that we've seen so far. I'm seeing some Emma Loren in her kit. I'm seeing some GOTO Ryuji in her kit. I'm seeing a lot of things in her kit, some SO Radaru. It's insane what they're doing with this lobby lady, but let's go ahead and keep on talking. At Advancement 2, Ice Shard Magnum or Glacier Spin now fires 4 missiles, so basically all 4 of her skills now should fire 4 missiles. At Advancement 3, we're inflicting the Black Tea effect for the entire team, and what this will do will increase defense by 20%, max HP by 20%, and recover MP by 1.5 every 5 seconds. And this is infinite, guys. A random infinite buff at Advancement 3. Guys, I'm not sure what the devs were cooking here, but they're cooking something and it smells very, very good, all right? At Advancement 4, this is just so insane, right? Each and every advancement is very, very crucial to the water team meta that's going to come, and at Advancement 4, it's getting even better. Water team members' water damage increases by 10%, stacking up to 3 times for every water team member in the formation, okay? It doesn't get crazier, but Advancement 5, finally, missile critical hit rate increases by 100%. Missile crit hit damage increased by 30%, and enhanced Sub-Zero unlimited break effects. Now guys, you're going to increase damage taken by 20%, stacking up to 10 times for a duration of 30 seconds. So at max, Sub-Zero can now stack up to 20%. Very, very nice and lovely. And now decreasing break effectiveness for limited break, and all the 30% are now changed to 50%. So all in all, guys, SEORIN is a very, very useful unit, and right now, of course, you're seeing some probably good use with her. If you're using, let's say, Alicia Blanc and you're using Maylene Fisher, you can see immediate use in PLD and Guild Boss in the Simulation Gate. Now, I will say that the 1-year anniversary character is looking like a Water SSR version of Cha Hae-in, but I do want to say, because of SEORIN'S, I believe it's the Advancement 3, this one increases defense by 20% and max HP by 20%, so I think we can predict that Cha is going to be a Water SSR unit that's either going to scale off of defense or max HP. So that's something to keep an eye on for maybe your future artifacts that you're about to build. But speaking about artifacts, the best artifacts to start, or the best artifacts you guys will have to start, is going to be 8-piece Burning Greed. This is not the best artifacts at all, though. It's not the best artifacts by a mile, and I want to tell you why. That's because of this 8-piece Chaotic Desire effect. So in the new Encore and Instance dungeons, you guys have the ability to get new artifacts, and this is what you guys need to get as fast as possible, right? A lot of people might be doing testing for her, and I'm not saying that your testing is inaccurate, but let's go ahead and read this 8-set effect, and you're gonna understand why testing right now is probably not the best thing. So at the 8-set effect for Chaotic Desire, attacking enemies that are an elemental weakness increases the user's break effectiveness by 30%. The Enhanced Desire effect becomes Chaotic Desire, meaning when you guys stack a bunch of these, you will get Chaotic Desire, which what this does, increases the damage of the user's skill with break by 50%. The user and team members' elemental damage increases by 40% for a permanent duration. Guys, these numbers are insane. If you've seen crazy numbers with SEORIN, trust me, get an 8-piece set on this and you will see even insaner numbers. And I will say, if you want to get even more DPS out of SEORIN with the newer artifact sets, then try out a 4-piece Chaotic Desire on the left side, and on the right side, try out Destructive Instinct. This is looking insane, and at the 4-set effect, the damage of all the user skills with the break effectiveness will increase by 60%. So you have the ability to make this lady a very, very broken unit. Of course, right now, a lot of players, all players have 8-piece Burning Greed to start, but now we have the race for the best Chaotic Desire sets and everything in between. And as far as cores, I think that these are probably some of the best cores you can have on her. Of course, in the water element, I can't really make them right now. Cores are hard to come by, all right? But I do think that you guys want to put on a bunch of different cores for SEORIN. If we're going to go ahead and talk about them, try out Nameless Demon's Deception, because when she uses her ultimate, it's going to increase the critical hit damage of her skills, so you definitely want to benefit from that. I think that the critical hit damage as a substat is also very important for Sauron. And then on the body piece, you can really throw on whatever you like. I still like Nameless Demons, again in the water variant, because when she uses her ultimate, it's going to grant her a shield equal to her HP. And then on the bottom half, for this, I'd probably say use the one that decreases the mana. So this one, Teeth of the Watcher, she kind of has an MP issue, so you want to pay attention to that. And then the substat you can look for is damage increase. So the main things, again, when you are building out your Sauron, is going to be getting things like damage increase and critical hit damage. You want to focus on those things specifically. If you want to see my personal magnifying glass, it's a little okay, right? I think I want to get some more crit here, but a high amount of critical hit damage. And then look at this, right? 42% damage increase. So our Sauron is looking pretty insane right now, 61k HP. But guys, that is everything you need to know about the lobby lady herself. What do you guys think of Sauron? Are you guys gonna drop her? Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.